basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Seltzer and Ride Home, your local Pepsi distributors. Your friends down east, Brunswick Coal and Lumber, for all your fuel needs in the Boothbay region. Dave Sitko, located on Route 27 in Boothbay, across from the Railroad Village. First Federal Savings and Loan, located on Townsend Avenue in Boothbay Harbor, with an ATM at the Texaco Subway in Boothbay. And Gray's Wharf, located in Boothbay Harbor. Good food, drinks, and friends. Come home to Gray's. The Boothbay Region Access Channel is proud to bring you Seahawk basketball.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second game of the evening, pitting the Seahawks of Boothbay Region High School to the Hornets of Leavitt High School. We're here on a snowy evening at Porter Memorial Gymnasium for this important Mountain Valley Conference matchup between the Hornets and the Seahawks. We're almost at game time. The officials are coming over to the side. The kids are getting ready to come over to the side. This game is going to be done by Ernie Carver being on the camera. Merrick Drover will be doing your color. I'm Neil Verge, who will be doing your play-by-play. And Merritt, standings come out today. Boothbay with a third place position right now behind Winthrop and Falmouth. Falmouth being in first place. And quite a difference between the first four teams and really the rest of the pack.
Yeah, that's for sure, Neil. Not only in the standings, but in reality.
And really it is. I mean, the best place finisher right now, when you leave the fourth place position, is 4-4. And after that, it just drops right off. Mount Abram has lost another game. They lost to Winthrop a couple nights ago. So they are now, 7-2. Boothbay comes in at 8-1. Winthrop is at 10-1, and I think Falmouth is 11-0. No, excuse me.
They lost last night.
They lost last night to Greeley. So no undefeated teams, but to lose to Greeley is...
Well, you know, Greeley is a top-ranked Class B school, which is just what Falmouth ought to be. But they insist on being in Class C.
Well, and that may only be for this year.
And that's sour grapes on my part.
But. Well, but I can understand that, and that's correct. But we've got 3 more years, even after this one, that maybe people will be looking up at us. So,
well, you never know. You know,
that's right.
And we haven't played them in for real yet either. And
that's for sure.
Definitely the road to the gold ball goes through Falmouth, no doubt about that.
Right now, you give the edge to Falmouth until you prove it otherwise, right?
Absolutely. It's going to take one great game to beat them.
Okay, we're getting the starting lineup.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here, or a lot.
Yep.
So we're going to have the starting lineups given here. Seahawks, this is the middle game of 3. They got 3 games in a row this week because they played last night at Madison. Tonight is home against Leavitt. Tomorrow is away at Carrabeck. And we've got 2 more away games Friday and Saturday, weather permitting.
Yeah.
Against Halldale and Lisbon, I think.
Yeah.
I finally figured that out this morning, where I was going to be at each day.
Well, I
didn't even want to know for a while.
Well, we know that tomorrow night that we're at Carrabeck, and that's bad enough. So.
And we're all looking forward to that.
We are.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
We're taking the Channel 5 corporate jet up to that, I believe.
You're right.
And tonight we've got a couple of officials from the Boothbay area who are pressed into duty because of the ice storm of '98. Is that right?
Yes, it is. Dave Parkhurst is here, and that's not a normal situation. And also Michael Harrison is here.
As you don't usually have officials with any ties to the school refereeing home games. Well, that rule had to go out the window with all the cancellations and whatnot.
Mike has always made it a rule not to officiate Boothbay varsity games. He could, but because he isn't a graduate of the school, and he doesn't have anybody right now in the high school that's playing. So...
and those are the two stipulations right there.
Yep.
Being an alumni or having someone, one of your kids in the school or brother or whatever. Okay, starting tonight for, what's their name again? Leavitt. Yeah.
Leavitt. The Hornets.
Is number 20, Nick Healy. Starting tonight for the Seahawks at point guard, number 32, Chad Averill.
Averill was our player of the game last night at Madison.
Also getting the start tonight for the Leavitt Hornets is number 21, Mike Lee. Starting at guard for the Seahawks, a senior tri-captain, number 22, Matt Pinkham. Starting for Leavitt tonight, number 30, Zeb Lallemand. Something like that. Lallemand. And starting at forward for the Seahawks, a senior tri-captain, number 34, Ryan Casey. At power forward, I think I heard, for Leavitt, number 44, Scott Dudley. And at forward for the Seahawks, a senior tri-captain, number 40, Josh Garrett.
Now, I'm not sure what the story is, but I see Josh and Averill have one sock on tonight. Last night, is that because of home?
I don't even want to know.
Okay. Last night, Chad had two of them on, so.
And starting in the middle for Leavitt is number 55, Ben Roy.
And they have some size.
They do have some size. And starting in the middle for the Seahawks, number 50 is senior Steve Lorraine.
So we're all ready to play some serious basketball here as the introductions have been made and the teams are ready to come out and square off. Dave Parkhurst is our referee for tonight's game, and he'll toss the ball. Josh never got a chance to see it last night. It was tossed completely to one side.
But other than that,
it was beautiful.
He'll win the tap every time if they can throw the ball up right.
That's what we've seen all year when he's been in there since they changed it, and they changed it probably after the first or second game, and since then it's been all Josh. And they have that play where they tip it and go to the basket.
Josh gets up in the air, wins that tap over to Casey. Pardon me, Neil.
Well, that's okay. I've done that, didn't I?
Hey,
it started out real quick, and that basket was by Mike Lee, who makes it Leavitt 2-0. So here we go. Casey goes to the hoop. Casey makes 2 points. So we're tied up. So 2 points for each team here in less than 30 seconds. Boothbay putting that press on, create a turnover right off. We seen this at Madison last night, and I'll tell you, last year when we put that press on was pretty impressive. So really love to see it. Pinkham with the ball now, gets it back out to Averill. They go into the middle. Lorraine gets it picked off, and you know, they did a lot of that double teaming in that first game, and it was very effective. Driving to the middle, up, no good. Rebound comes to Pinkham. Pinkham coming to the left side. Gets it over to Garrett. Garrett goes to the hoop. Garrett shots up, no good. Rebound Lorraine. Lorraine up and in, and he gets fouled.
Stevie Lorraine continues to dominate that offensive glass as he's picked up incredible amount of offensive rebounds this year. I mean, I bet he's someone, he might pick up more offensive rebounds than defensive.
Yeah. Lellerman picks up that foul. That's his first one, and he is tough. You're right. Shot is up. Boy, I'll tell you, it was so quiet. I think that was part of the problem why he didn't make that shot. Okay, it's 4-2. They bring the ball down very quickly. I will say this, even watching the JVs, they move that ball. They like to run. Wellerman going to the left side, nothing there. Brings out to Haley. Shots up, no good. Comes back to Haley. Haley looking for the shot. Goes inside, and he gets his bucket picked, and he goes player control. Okay, now, are you wondering why that player control happened?
I think everyone is.
Well, he put his arm out, and this time this guy gets caught. Okay, they tried to lead him long as Averill tried to hit Casey. It wasn't there. And you know what? I like to see it. Dudley got caught on that one using the arm, and I don't think that call is called enough.
I think he should referee a Winthrop game.
Well,
McElroy, he does that about 20 times a game.
He usually gets caught in the fourth quarter. Okay, up is two white jerseys, and Ryan Casey comes up with it, and unfortunately he gets thrown out of bounds. And that was caused by two of our own players fighting for that one. Well, we're a little bit on our heels yet, but Leavitt coming down to the side with Lee. Goes inside, shots up. That one is good, and that one was scored by Dudley. So it's 4-4. Okay, here comes... well, I'll tell you what. There's Steve Lorraine had the shot, had the rebound, had the shot, and got fouled. He's upset because he missed two easy ones, but he at least stayed with the rebound. That one's going to be on Mike Lee. That's the third team foul already for Leavitt, as Boothbay's pushed the ball inside, and Leavitt's foul trying to stay up with him. Foul shot is no good. He'll have a second one. That one's no good. Casey rebounds, though. Casey leans inside. Nice shot by Ryan Casey. Nice rebound. 6-4 Seahawks. Okay, the ball comes in quickly to Dudley. Dudley gets rid of it. Back to Dudley. Comes up on this side, and they throw it out of bounds, and Lorraine made that one happen.
As that press paying dividends again, as got Leavitt playing faster than they ought to be.
Leavitt trying to press of their own. Boothbay did a great job last night against Madison, and they get up easily on this one. Inside to Casey. Casey up for two easy ones. 8-4. That's what will happen when that press breaks down.
Casey was 6 points here early in the first 2.5 minutes.
Well, Leavitt's gambling on trying to steal that ball up front. When it doesn't happen, nice steal by Averill. Stayed with it and put it into the basket.
That was really something.
10-4.
That was a heck of an athletic play right there.
Boothbay still bothering them. Trying to get it up. This time they do, up to Lee. Lee hands it off to Dudley. Dudley gets it blocked. Block. That block come by Lorraine. Nice job. Garrett now, left side, goes to the middle, took a little jumper, and no good, but we've got a foul, and this is going to be on Green as he pushed off the bucket. This one is on Dudley. That is his second one. Dudley's the same guy that pushed off going in the middle. He's using that hand illegally.
At both ends of the floor.
At both ends of the floor.
Those darned illegal hands.
Put gloves on him. Okay, comes into Lorraine, makes a nice move and up and in. 12-4, the Seahawks lead.
Great up fake there for Steve Lorraine.
They beat the press, though, at least to this point. They go inside, a little jumper, no good. Rebound comes to Pinkham.
Casey altered that shot. He went up for the block, and the guy had to change his shot. Came up way short.
Okay, Pinkham in the corner with it now, looking for the cutter. Nobody there yet. Kicks it back out. Here's Averill. Averill went up for the shot and lost the handle. I think he's holding on the side of his head, so looking for his person he's guarding. They go inside, and
They're going to call a foul on Ryan Casey. That'll put number 42, Winslow, to the line for a couple shots. Okay, Winslow. First shot is up. No good. Ready for a second one. That one's no good. Rebound comes over and it comes to number 30, Lelleman. Okay, shot from way outside, no good. Here comes Garrett. Garrett leads Pinkham. Pinkham was looking inside to Averill, but maintained the ball. Okay, here comes Garrett. Garrett goes to the basket, but the ball's blocked. But Lorraine is right there to put it in the basket.
Caught a break right there, but we will take it.
And it's 14-4 with 3:48 left here in this first quarter, and we have a timeout by 20-second timeout by Leavitt. And we'll hold it right here.
All right, she can get me something. They get by the first part of the press. Okay? 99 one time.
Boothbay up by 10, Merritt. And this was almost 4 minutes left.
We have come out gangbusters. Steve Lorraine and Ryan Casey both with 6 points in this first 4 minutes or so.
The big difference certainly is Boothbay putting on this press. It certainly paid off for him already. Shot from the side is up, no good. Rebounded by Leavitt, no good. Rebounded by Boothbay. Out of bounds, it's off Leavitt.
Had quite a crowd along the sideline there.
Casey rebounded and tried to get it out to Averill, but it was knocked out of bounds. Okay, sub coming in. That sub is Poland for them. Okay, so we'll get a chance now to see Josh Garrett try to set this one up. Goes over to Pinkham. IJ calls a play out, rotating the ball. Playing that zone defense, go inside to Lorraine. Lorraine tried to go up. Nothing open there, but the ball came loose and inside to Pinkham. Kick it back out to Garrett, and Boothbay now trying to reset it up. Gets knocked out of bounds off of number 30, Lelleman. Averill now going to put the ball in play. Does to Lorraine. They kick it around the outside. Back to Averill. Nice pass inside to Casey, and that was sweet.
Bullet pass by Josh.
Wow.
That was nice.
He was looking the whole way. He looked like he wanted to take a three. Stole by Lorraine. Nice give up by Pinkham to Casey. The ball still loose. This time it is controlled by Leavitt. Comes over to this left side to Winslow. Winslow looking inside. Nothing there. They drive the middle, drove right into him, and player control, good call.
Yeah, Stevie Lorraine. Was that Lorraine had that position?
Lorraine got the position. He's a little bit sore, and you see him. But that was a nice position.
He wanted to have his shoulder pads on.
Mr. Harrison right on top of that call as well. 16-4, the Seahawks up in front now by 12 points with 2.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Ben Smith is in for the Seahawks, so Boothbay showing good rotation with the ball. Over to Garrett. Garrett will now take that three. Does not go. We didn't follow the shot, and this time I hear IJ telling him to make sure he does, and
might have been able to track down that rebound.
Well, the guy that shoots it has the feel for where the ball is going to go. He certainly got the advantage, and you usually see Josh do that. This time he hustles and knocks the ball out of play. Under 2 minutes left here in this first quarter. Boothbay ahead. First quarter last night at Madison, Boothbay held Madison to 4 points, and they got another player control. This was a good play. This time the coach doesn't like it, but I'll tell you what, I thought again he established his position.
Team 6, player control.
Okay, now Averill will get a chance to set it up for the Seahawks. Ben Smith goes inside to Casey. Casey kicks it off to Garrett. Nice block, and Lorraine picked the rebound up, and Lorraine gets fouled. And that one there looks like it may be against what, Roy maybe?
Lorraine on that offensive glass again. You just can't keep him off there.
Yeah, Roy picks up that foul, and no, he's where the ball is, he's at. Got a nose for it. 2 foul shots. First one is good. Get a chance for one more. That one is good. 18-4 now.
Seahawks put their traps on here. 99 zone press.
Okay, they kick it to the left side. Not much there as Lee finally gets it inside. And who scored that? Because I was
Number
looking down.
14.
Lee. That's Dan Lee. There's 2 Lees that play here. Okay, they get it inside to Casey, but he takes his time, kicks it back out. Minute 17 left here in this first quarter. Back to Averill out front. Averill goes to Ben Smith. Ben Smith looks. Back to Averill. He takes a 3.
Yes.
Swish. Wow, 21-6.
Boothbay having a whale of a first quarter.
Well, I always say that the press prepares you. Ryan Casey got knocked over, but they don't call a foul. We've got some contact here, and this time it's going to be over the back, and that one's going to come on Dan Lee.
And look at number 4, Jared Marston, who played in that JV game, is already in the game for Leavitt.
Well, that's always nice to see when you win a game and you see guys come in and playing a lot for the varsity, and that speaks well for your JVs. Okay, at the foul line is Steve Lorraine. He just left there a moment ago. He hits that first one. Makes it a 22-6 lead. Shot no good. Rebound nicely by Casey. No good, but he'll get a chance to go to the line. Tibbetts coming in for the Seahawks.
55.
Ben Roy gets his second foul. 9 team fouls in this first quarter already for Leavitt, as they've just been half a step behind all night. First foul shot for Casey is no good. Ryan really has, this has been the part of his game. If you've got to try to look at anything that would need improvement, that's the part that he does, is he's 0 for 2. Other than that, boy, I'll tell you what, you would have a hard time finding any weaknesses in his ball game. Shot was up this time. It does go as Winslow scores his first bucket. Makes it 22-8. We're under a half a minute to play here in this first quarter. Dan Thompson come in. Kicks it back to Smith. There's Ben Smith. Boy, I'll tell you what, if he gets an open shot, you might as well just set the points on the board.
Money in the bank.
Money in the bank. 24-8. Ball goes out of bounds, so Boothbay has got just under 6 seconds left here, and they'll get a shot at this one.
Always a good time to use this for the end of a ball game for practice, to get a shot off in 5 seconds.
4 seconds. Garrett, wow, I'm not sure what it was, but Dan Thompson gets it. And I'll tell you, that one almost went. And I'm not sure what was happening on that, whether that was a pass, an alley-oop.
I believe that was a pass.
Was it?
To Tyler.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, we finished one quarter of play. The Seahawks lead 24-8. We'll be right back. And we're going to have Marston with the ball now for Leavitt. Marston now passes it over the other side to Poland. Trying to go inside. Nothing's there so far. Little jump shots up. No good. There's Josh Garrett. Josh Garrett up to Smith. Smith looks under to Tyler Tibbetts, but he let him just a little bit too much. The idea was there, and it was a good thought. Boothbay picking up pressure all over the floor now. Okay, with the ball. is Marston, and it's stolen by Smith. Nice pass into Dan Thompson, back over to Casey. Casey finishes it. Dan couldn't quite get a hold of the ball, and they defended him real quick, so he got rid of the ball over to Casey, and he finished it off. So nice stop by Dan Thompson. Got a foul on Tyler Tibbetts, who just come in, and 7:20 left in this second quarter. Boothbay up 26-8. Ryan Casey coming out, and Frizzell comes in. A couple players coming out for them. Coming out is Poland, and also coming out for them is Winslow. They come back with Haley, who's got the ball now, gets it over to Lee. Their coach, I'll tell you what, he doesn't need a PA system, because I'm looking around. I thought there was another announcer in here somewhere. He was screaming out his instructions.
I was scared.
Loose
I thought I did something wrong.
Up quickly to Garrett. What a nice play.
Oh.
Dan Thompson made that all happen.
Garrett went up left-handed from the right side is the only chance he had to make that. That was spectacular.
20-point lead by the Seahawks here early in the second quarter. They kick the ball over to Haley. Haley kicks it back out front to Marston. To Lee. Boothbay still playing tough defense. They do get inside. 3 white shirts on it. The ball does come in. Tyler Tibbetts blocks. They look for the outlet pass. Here comes Ben Smith, left-hand side. Goes to the middle, and they got a block call. That call is going to be on Winslow. That's going to be his first foul. Boothbay will be shooting 2 shots. But we're going to have a 20-second timeout by Leavitt. So we're going to stick on here. Merritt, here we are almost into 2 minutes of this quarter. Boothbay has not given them a point yet. Certainly looked tough. We scored 4, and we're getting ready to go to the foul line.
We are taking it to him tonight, Neil. No doubt about it. Casey and Lorraine have strong first quarters, as Lorraine had 9 points and 3 rebounds in the first quarter, and Casey had 8 points and 3 rebounds.
That's we look at how we spread the scoring around last night, and we really did, and we already see the same kind of output in the first quarter. Okay, Ben Smith going to the line. He'll have 2 shots, as Boothbay is shooting 2 already. 10 team fouls, as Boothbay has been that half step ahead, and Leavitt's had to foul. They really have been on the heels. First shot is good. He'll get 1 more. 30 points already for the Seahawks, and we're just barely into the second quarter. That press really bothering Leavitt. And Boothbay backs off a little bit. Thompson now up on Marston. Marston goes into the middle, and they're going to call player control. And again, they're having a hard time wondering. You see the coach holding on to his face, but he's right. Boothbay did not move, and what are you going to do?
Ben Smith had perfect position. The guy came right down the lane, barreling right along, smacked right into him.
Been a big difference, and that's the first foul on Marston, and oops, you're going to have a travel.
Well, Frizzell went to pass back to Ben Smith, but a defender had switched back onto Ben, so he had to kind of hesitate.
And then just enough to come back down and travel. Okay, bringing the ball into play for them is Lellerman, who come back in. He's got number 21, Mike Lee, there. Mike Lee come back in, and we're going to have a block on Boothbay. Frizzell.
Just the 3rd team foul, though, so we're still far from the penalty.
Okay, coming out is Dan Thompson. Dan Thompson, while he was in there, made a couple of real nice passes, one in spectacular form. Okay, also Parkhurst comes in, and Tibbetts comes out. Both of them guys did a really fine job last night in that Madison game.
They sure did. Yes.
Parker's playing tough D right now. Okay, trying to go in. does go in. Nice try. Nice job by Smith. Smith coming up through the middle. He's got 4 other guys down with him. Stops, pass it over to Averill. Averill will now try to set it up. Boothbay going with that high post offense. Kick it around. Parkhurst with it now. Parkhurst back to Averill. Over to the corner to Smith. Smith had the back door, but looked back outside to Averill. Looking again. Here comes Frizzell. They kick it back out again. 3-point shot. Up. Ooh, no good. Rebound comes over to Lelleman. Left side with the ball. Butler with it now. Comes back to Lelleman. They go inside. Nice strong move, but we had a block, but we also must have had a piece of the arm. That'll put Dudley to the line. He'll get a couple of shots. They were to the line just once. They were 0 for 2 in the first quarter. Boothbay was there a number of times. A number. He's good with that one. Scott Dudley with 3 points at this juncture of the game. Scores 30-9. Makes that second one. Okay. Boothbay trying to show good rotation. Comes in to Lorraine. Lorraine kicks it off to Parkhurst, and then it goes out of bounds. Coming back in, replacing Frizzell is Pinkham. Smith comes out, and in comes Casey. Butler did get it up to the front court, almost stolen. Ball does get picked off and rebounded up quickly to Averill. Averill up one hand. Oh, no good. He should have gone in just strong with 2 hands. Well, it looked pretty, but they're not quite as effective if they don't get down. Shot up and in. That was even pretty as Haley scores 2. They end up scoring the last 4 points. 30-12. Boothbay now tried to go inside, and the ball is held onto, but lost the handle is Parkhurst. Garrett comes in. Coming out is Parkhurst. So Boothbay's got their starting lineup in. Tomorrow night, reminder, we travel to Carrabeck to play the Cobras. Shots up, no good. Nice rebound by Casey. Casey out to Averill. Averill goes in, goes up with the right hand on the opposite side of the basket and scores.
That was a heck of a finish right there.
That was a good finish. 32-12, nobody home. And Garrett blocks that one. I'm not sure how. Nobody was there, and all of a sudden Garrett was. Ball is picked off by Haley. Up quick. No good.
Garrett got a hand on that one.
And Lorraine will get caught for the foul, and it goes in.
You don't think that ball was on the end line? I thought that ball was out of bounds.
Well, that's what our bench thought too, but I think it evened out because I thought we fouled too. So hey, I think Ernie thinks so too. Okay, to the line is Dudley. Dudley with a chance to make a 3-point play. He does. He's 3 for 3 merit from the foul line. Anyway, he can shoot foul shots.
I'll tell you sometime what I think happened on that play, Neil.
Okay. Nice backdoor play. Casey up. No good. Garrett then to Casey. And we got a foul, and Casey will go to the line. That foul is going to be on number 30, Lelleman, and I think that's at least 2 on him.
We've gotten a little sloppy here in the second quarter.
Well, we have, actually. We started out pretty well. We were real strong, and then all at once we kind of got lulled.
Yeah.
We do that at times.
Well, you know, we were blowing them out.
There
by
you
a
go.
big margin, and you just kind of tend to lose your focus.
You take that
And
second breath.
It's almost like you begin to take pity on them and let them back in the game a little bit.
Man, I hope that's not the case.
It appears to be that way. It may not be the case.
Well, you almost think that they look, this is so easy, we can do it anytime we want. And sometimes,
they're probably right.
well, sometimes you can, but you know what? There's times you can't.
Mm-hmm.
And Casey misses that one. Casey misses this one. As I said, that not his strong suit, but he does so many other things right. I guess that it's just a matter of time for him. I know he'll pick up that part of his game. Nice strong drive to the basket. Was that made by 21?
Yes.
I thought so. That's Mike Lee. That was a nice drive. But they picked up their offense. It's now 32-17. And I think they've outscored us this quarter. Three-point shot by Pinkham. No, it isn't in. And out of bounds is Casey, but a good rebound. Jeremy Sherman ready to report in. Pinkham will come out. And this is a time when you get a kind of a lead like this, so you do want to be able to play some players because we have such a busy schedule this week that if you want some fresh players, you better make sure everybody gets a chance to play. Nice job by Garrett as he got his hands in, is going back to was Scott Dudley. Bringing the ball in play is Mike Lee. Okay, Boothbay ends up getting a warning for a boundary plane violation. That means the next time they do it, it'll be an automatic technical.
Once again, I could hear the Leavitt coach screaming from the other end.
Yeah. Well, the problem with it, when that play right there, though, by the way, just so you know, is the way that Averill sets up. He brings his legs apart. If there's going to be a foul, it's going to be on him. Jeremy Sherman comes in, and he usually finds some offense right away. And that was a pretty shot by Sherman.
Excellent outside shot for Jeremy Sherman.
17-34. Got to travel.
Sherman and Casey double-teamed along the sideline and forced a turnover right there.
Dan Lee doesn't believe it, but you know what? You could hear those patter of the feet when he had the ball in his hand. You could hear it 3 steps, bang, bang, bang. Averill lost the handle of that one. He was going to pass, and I think we got lucky as the ball went out of bounds off of Leavitt.
We got real lucky.
Just about a minute left here in this first quarter. Casey kicks it back out to Garrett, and Garrett had a shot but decided to give it up. Loose ball, Leavitt maintains it. Here they come. They got a man down court, and that's right ball, and that was a good call, and they knew that.
And if we didn't have 3 referees, we'd have never got that call.
Yeah, that wasn't an easy call.
Third ref had a beautiful angle on that, or it would have gone undetected.
And he was right on top of it, and he was right. And he told the coach as he went by, and the coach shook his head. Scott Dudley, 44, knocked it out of bounds. And Casey gets 2 more points as he brings it up quickly and makes good use of the basket as he scores 2 more. 36-17. Okay, comes over to Dan Lee. Dan making a pivot. Shoots up, no good. Rebound. Oh, knocked out of his hand by
Garrett blocked.
Garrett.
So
wow.
It was unbelievable.
I mean, it went like a rocket through the middle.
Third block of the half.
That was a serious block.
That was a serious rejection.
That foul also comes at the hands of Dan Lee, who was the guy that was shooting there a moment ago, and that's his second foul. To the foul line is Averill.
Garrett's been really active on the defensive end.
He's still smiling about it, I think.
I would too.
Foul shot is no good. Boy, I'll tell you what. I'm glad this is a young team and that they may be able to learn to shoot foul shots. That was no good.
That's the 10th missed foul shot of the half.
I mean, that part of the game really is sad, and
we're 5 for 15.
And I'll tell you what, to be a good team, and they are a good team, you've got to be able to make foul shots.
Great save, Jeremy Sherman.
Oops. Averill goes up, no good, and that quarter ends, and Sherman had the ball but couldn't get the shot off. We finished one half of play, and after one half of play, the Seahawks lead 36-17. We'll be back
tonight because the cheerleaders are busy doing their own thing. So on this nasty Tuesday night in Boothbay, I have chosen to interview two of the super fans of the crowd, two guys that last year I felt these two guys got us a victory in Livermore Falls because of their exuberance in the crowd. Ned Blake and Jake Kaler, two of the hugest Seahawk basketball fans you ever want to see.
Thank you, Matt.
Oh, certainly, Ned, certainly. Now, there's a lot of noise that's made over there, and I miss out on it because I got these headphones on, you know. I mean, so what's going on over there, Ned?
We're mostly pumping up the fans, getting them going.
Yeah, and you scream a lot of stuff during foul shots. Is this right, Jake? I've heard this.
Yes,
Is there anything that's appropriate that you could tell Channel 5 what you're saying over there?
It's not really appropriate, man.
It's not really appropriate?
I'm sorry.
Okay, so...
This is television, so we got to be edited a little bit.
Yes, it's like the Family Channel, too, so we got to be careful. That's why we're taking a huge risk interviewing these guys.
So never point the cameras there, because usually I'm sitting there.
It looks like a lot of fun, you know, so I think, you know, I should take a break from announcing once in a while and just sit over there with you guys and just soak in all the atmosphere.
We try to get the fans pumped up as much as possible so we can get the players going, you know? You got to get the players going.
Right. Now, you know, is it me or it just seems that like a little excitement is lacking this year? Would you say that?
I feel the team doesn't have the skills that last year's did, but I think, class of 98 don't mess around as we proved in football.
Right.
So,
yes, that's true. That's true. So
I feel we have better chances than last year of taking it.
So we're going to jump ahead and get right into that since, you know, there seems to be some inferior opponents this year in the Mountain Valley Conference, and I think and due to the lack of distance that they come from, they don't bring any fans with them, and then they're like a weak team anyways. We just end up running over everybody. So let's jump ahead to tournament time. Who do you think we're going to face up with tournament time? Like, let's say we play a Winthrop. Can we take a Winthrop?
We can take a Winthrop very easy. When you got a Ryan Casey, a Josh Garrett, a Ben Smith, a Matt Pinkham.
Okay.
Matt Pinkham.
Right.
I mean, the whole team.
Do you think anybody is going to touch Falmouth? That's the big question. It's the question on people's minds.
Well, I'd like to give my prediction for Boothbay Falmouth.
Okay.
Boothbay 632 to Tree.
Okay, all right. That sounds good to me. Ned obviously probably taking offense due to the fact that Falmouth plays soccer, and these guys are obviously the big football players.
Well, when it comes to tournaments, we have a shot to go all the way. I don't think we're going to be beat.
Okay. I mean, I can't wait. You know what?
The fans will be there.
I'll interview you there too. Okay.
We'll take one. Yeah.
The only trouble is I've interviewed people before the game the last couple of years, and we've lost both those games.
We have some bad news, man.
Yeah. So
me and Jake will not be in attendance for tournament time.
Oh my God. It's shocking. You know, you probably.
No, I think I will. We got to get the fans. I think even for tournament time, we'll break out the pots and pans.
Break out the pots and pans.
Speak for yourself.
Maybe round up some fans from Richmond.
Speak for yourself. I'm going to Utah.
He's going to Utah. Okay. Well, we'll tape them all for you, Ned. You can watch when you come back. But Jake, you're going to have to scream twice as loud if there's no Ned. I don't know what we're going to do about that.
I might have to go probably. I'm going to go horse.
You're going to go horse?
I'm going to go horse. I'm going to go all out.
All right. But this year, the interviews, they're going to be post-game, okay? None of this pre-game stuff because I think it's a jinx. So post-game, we'll interview Jake and his hoarseness, and we'll get back to Jake from Augusta, okay?
I'll be there for the state championships.
All right. Ned will be back for the states, so we're all set. Okay, this has been Merrick Grover doing some sideline reporting here at halftime.
Fans.
Bring those cheerleaders back soon so we can get back to that. Thank you very much.
He's going to have the ball first. The lead hasn't changed. It's 36-17, and Boothbay gets the ball. Boothbay's original starters are in. Garrett looking inside, kicks it over here to Pinkham. Pinkham's looking for that backdoor cut, but they were looking for it as well. He does get it into Casey this time. Casey back out to Pinkham. Averill does look inside nicely to, and we have a block. Now, I'll tell you, their coach is probably saying, look, every time we've called that the other way, and that's what he's saying to him right now. Let's call him the same both ways.
And he uses a big word that starts with bull all the time, too.
Yeah.
and hasn't gotten a technical yet for some reason.
Well, you know, I get these muffs on my ears. I can't hear them.
I could hear it that time. And I've got the muffs on, too.
Okay. To the foul line is Josh Garrett. Garrett going to have 2 shots. This one takes a nice little bounce, and I think we're going to be 15 for 15 from the foul line this half. And that one doesn't go. 1 for 2. Okay, the Boothbay lead is by 20, 37-17. And we have a double dribble called. That foul before, by the way, just so you know, is on Ben Roy. That was his 3rd foul. Boothbay is being pressed now. Casey with the ball gets it up to Garrett. Garrett, the left side, back to Averill. Averill will now set it back to Garrett, who will set this play up. Fist is up, high post. Into Lorraine. Lorraine's turnaround. Bang, what a pretty shot. 39-17. We're approaching 1 minute gone here in this 3rd quarter. They double him up. Actually, they had him on that in line, but nothing going that time. Give and go. Nice give and go play, and that one was finished off very sweetly by Winslow, and that was a nice play. Matt Pinkham off to Lorraine. Lorraine fakes up and in. Nice play by Matt Pinkham over to Lorraine, and Lorraine finishes it. I liked his head fake. Double team, and there's just absolutely nobody to give it to, and there's a timeout. Heads up play as Lilleman had nowhere to go with it and ended up calling a timeout. .50 draw. Let's see who wins the big one tonight. Oh, no. Look who won again.
Parkhurst, he won it last night.
Matt Parkhurst is going to retire, for Pete's sakes. Talk about luck. Of course, he's got 5 yards of tickets around his neck.
So he may have lost money, actually.
I don't know. I bet he didn't lose money. Okay, Leavitt will have the ball out of bounds as they was trapped. Boothbay had them trapped, and there was nowhere for him to pass, so they called a quick timeout. Okay, they get the ball up on this right side. It comes up to Lilleman. He pushes it off and out of bounds as he tried to hit Mike Lee, but he threw it behind him. Mike Harrison bringing it in now to play to Averill. Averill to Garrett, back to Averill. Okay, now Pinkham skips it over to Garrett. Garrett back to Pinkham. He's looking for those cutters. There's Garrett again. Garrett takes a little skip, hop, jump, shot, no good. Lorraine there again. I'll tell you what, Lorraine the last couple of games has played huge. Out to Averill. Averill looked, didn't take it. Boothbay's being very patient. It went back to Lorraine, who was cutting. He went up for the shot, but was fouled by Dudley, and I believe that's going to be 3 on him. The ball movement by Boothbay has kept them again just a half step behind, and they've done a lot of fouling merit.
Yes, they've had to. As you know, Boothbay's had anything they wanted, pretty much.
Steve Lorraine has shown at least a good touch tonight. That one was nothing but net. And what's he doing from the line?
He's going about 50-50.
50-50? Well,
yes. I could give you the exact number.
Well, no, it doesn't have too much of it at this point. Ball went out of play as it was tried to be saved in by Lilleman, but there's nothing going. 5:50 left here in this 3rd quarter. It's been kind of a, they tried to skip pass it into Lorraine, but it went right under his arms. Kick it out. Lilleman gets a 3-point opportunity, and he makes good on it. That's his first bucket, by the way. .20 lead for the Seahawks. Boothbay gets it inside to Casey, and he capitalized on it. Boothbay really, the last couple games has been against some weak teams, and Garrett just blows by him and puts it in for 2 more as he stole the ball and just blew right by him. Coming in, as Stevie Lorraine comes up, there's going to be a play of control, and there's no question about it. I don't think their coach is going to question it. There's no question, and he is. He's talking to the player, and he's right.
They're going to set some kind of record for that.
Well, Boothbay has got the position stopped, and it's not even really questionable. Some of them, it's almost a coin flip sometimes, but there's a long time between when they set up and when they come in and they just trying to pound it in the middle, and you can't do that. 46-22, the Seahawks with the ball. Where just under 5 minutes, the ball goes out of bounds, almost stolen, and good hustle by Winslow of Leavitt. The Hornets are having some real problems in this cold weather. Inside to Casey. Casey back to Lorraine. Lorraine scores. Casey and Lorraine has picked them apart.
They have. They really have. Both those guys have scored a ton. And
it's a hard job to look. Garrett tries to steal it. Well, what he did was he saved Mr. Parkhurst, so they smile at each other.
I'll tell you another problem Leavitt's probably got is that they went without electricity for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys didn't practice much. I know he said that up top, but we just want to remind people of that. And there's a lot of schools up in that neck of the woods that are in the same boat.
That's true.
And we practice constantly.
Well, and that can do 2 things. One, it can be real boring, and who knows what can happen. And the other side of that is you can be awfully rusty. So you're right, Merritt. 24-48. Lorraine goes to the ball, and that was a nice play by Lorraine.
I know that the Seahawks practiced way more than they wanted to.
Yes, they did.
There's nothing else to do.
Yeah, that's right. But I'll tell you what, they worked a lot of kinks out.
Yeah, it was like having another training camp.
Long shot by Pinkham was no good. Rebound comes out quickly to Leavitt. Coming up to the right side is Marston. Shot outside, up, no good. Rebound by Averill. Averill comes quick. Here he comes in the middle, dishes it off. It goes out of bounds off Leavitt as he was trying to take a bounce pass to Garrett. Well, we're into 4 minutes left here, so half the third quarter is gone. We've got a double score. Here comes Lorraine. Lorraine up and in. Wow. 50-24. Comes it to Haley. Haley gets it over into the corner. Garrett tried to pull a play of control, and I'll tell you, that was a pretty darn good shot by Winslow, who scored that one. He's got 6 points in this quarter.
The rainbow jumper in honor of Robert Parrish.
Casey goes into Lorraine. Lorraine goes up. No good. He goes in strong. He's going to get a push called. This one will be on Steve Lorraine, but again, no one's ever going to fault him hustling after the rebound. Ben Smith comes in. Ryan Casey comes out. Ryan Casey playing a very good quarter. We get, he set up some nice passes during that quarter, Merritt.
Casey with 14 points and 5 rebounds.
And I don't know, he had several assists too. And
Lorraine's got 18 points. 9 points in the first quarter and 9 points in the third quarter.
Wow. Ben Smith gets a piece of that one. Rebound to Garrett. Garrett's got a man up. Garrett's being bothered though and has to slow it down, and a wise choice. Okay, now he does get it up to Averill. Boothbay was off and running. Okay, they go inside to Lorraine. Lorraine goes around and no good. Rebound comes to Poland. Back up to the other side to Marston. Marston gets his pocket pick, but not quite clean enough as Averill gets that foul. Both teams with 3 team fouls. Averill picks up his second. Okay, Haley now. Haley with Pinkham on him. Averill trying to intercept that one. A little fake and a little jumper. No good. There's Garrett, and Garrett does that so cleanly.
Incredible defensive rebound.
Nice pass down to Pinkham. A little bit hard, and he had to fight the inline in order to try to save that one. But Garrett looking for that open man. Good look by him. Okay, they try to go to the middle with Butler. Butler does get it, gets it back to Haley, and almost stolen and is knocked out of bounds. And they're going to use the arrow for this one.
So that means the next time the arrow comes up, it favors us on a jump ball or whatever.
Well,
is that right?
I'm not going to bet on that, but it's supposed to be.
Okay, okay. But I mean, that's what you meant by using the arrow.
That's right. And that one's a travel, so they had the arrow, but ended up having a violation. So
that's a good thing.
Yeah,
for us.
Now the only thing I can see, and because I can't see where that arrow was pointed, I seen Mike Harrison point the other way. Now whether he's pointing there because that's the direction of the arrow, or he was pointing there because he did see it go out of bounds. He could have seen it go out of bounds and said it was off of Boothbay. So that I'm not sure of. Okay, it does get down inside, and they score as Mike Lee scores. Mike Lee has scored a basket each quarter. It's 50-28 as they've cut into that lead. Ben Smith, wanted to say Pete, but two white jerseys have it, but there's a tie up. No, they didn't. Okay, now that coach is asking, do we switch the arrow? But it was switched because they got the arrow that last time on the opposite side, and that's what
he's also saying is
we had it last time, we won it again.
Two guys from Boothbay had that ball, and they called it jump ball. That should be a travel if two guys from the same team have it.
Unless another player from the other team, but there was a green shirt in the middle of it.
There was indeed a green shirt in there.
Yep, and that's the tie-up. Okay, Ben Smith with it. Nice give and go. There's Lorraine. Smith goes over to get the rebound. Lorraine's missed his last 3 shots.
Arm's getting tired.
Well, I'm sure you're right. He's had some good looks. Nice drive to the bucket, no good, but Lorraine was there for the rebound, out to Pinkham. Nice quick pass over to Smith. Smith takes his time now, kicks it back out. Boothbay will now set it up. We're under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Into Lorraine. Lorraine gets a block. And you may be right. He may be tired.
I mean, he's had so many rebounds, too.
Rebounds and shots.
I was just joking at first, but...
No, but I think you're right. Because he had a nice, easy, strong look at that, and that shot just was not there for him. Okay, and that foul comes on him, and a lot of times that'll be, unfortunately, what'll happen when you get tired is you end up picking up the foul as well. So, okay, the ball comes in bounds to number 40, Poland. Shots up, no good. Rebound by Ben Smith.
Once again, the ball almost all the way down in that rim at that end, and it popped out.
Okay, Garrett had someone holding on his arm, but Garrett did get the rebound. Shots up, no good. Comes out to Dan Thompson. Loose ball, still loose. Picked up by Leavitt, and up and in for 2 points is Mike Lee. Mike Lee
into the corner, get a shot off.
Dan Thompson dribbles the whole way, up for the shot. No good, and the quarter ends. So we finished 3 quarters of play, and after 3 quarters, it's the Seahawks 50 and Leavitt 30. We'll be back. Ball coming out as the Hornets will have it, trying to cut into that 20-point lead. They've hung around. I mean, it's nice to have a 20-point lead, but they have kept it pretty much at that. Merritt?
Yes, they sure have.
We have a hold. That one there is going to be a block, I guess, on Garrett, and Ben Smith had his hand on the ball. He could have had a block, but... That one is on Garrett. That is his second. So, shooting is Mike Lee. Mike Lee has scored in every quarter, and he does it this one. So he's been very consistent for them. Matter of fact, he has been their most consistent player. Missed, Garrett rebounds. So they cut it under 20. Here's Dan Thompson. Dan Thompson goes back door, and Ben just can't hold on to that one. 19-point lead.
I think he didn't have a clean look at it.
Dan really threw the thing in there, too. That was a zip pass. 3 hands on that ball.
Give Tyler Tibbetts credit for a block.
And I'll tell you, that was pretty good. That one there again is by Mike Lee, who scores again. He's done pretty well in this game. Okay, that now the game is down to a 17-point lead. Garrett looking inside, skips it over to Ben Smith, into Tyler Tibbetts, and they stole the ball. Dan Thompson steals it again, up to Ryan Casey. Ryan Casey under control, did a beautiful job.
Excellent, excellent. Casey using his ups perfectly there.
19-point lead. Seahawks now trying to improve their record. Goes inside, and there he is again, Mike Lee. Mike Lee's having a great game for Leavitt. Okay, Casey now. Casey will skip it out to Thompson. To Garrett. Streaking Garrett goes in, scores, is fouled, and will go to the foul line.
Nice ball Casey there.
Nice ball movement. Ryan Casey, another nice pass. Coming in is Averill. Coming in for them is Roy. Also coming in is Dudley. Okay, chance for a 3-point play. Garrett with the ball. We got 6.5 minutes left in this ball game. Garrett hits nothing but net. That was sweet. Nice foul shot.
Josh is 2 for 3 from the line tonight.
Good. Knocked out of bounds by Casey. Casey's hands are everywhere. Casey's played a great game here this evening, and he's very consistent each night for us. Okay, it comes back in. Boothbay showing that press again. Oh, they're going to carry it.
Ben Smith and Averill there. Good defense causing a turnover again.
Yeah, he tried to switch hands, and when he did, he got that ball bounced high, went on his shoulder, and he carried it. Ben Smith gets the ball into play with Averill now. Okay, they're watching for that guy cutting. Oh, he wanted it bad. Here comes Averill. Averill looking with the man cutting with him. Couldn't get it to Tibbetts, and they knock it out of bounds. It'll be white ball.
Averill stuck with it there, keeping the press on in the back court, and he dribbled it off his foot.
Good defense. 20-point lead again for the Seahawks. Merritt, 55-35. 6 minutes left in this one. Into Tibbetts. Tibbetts kicks it back. Goes back into Averill. Averill's little jumper. No good. Tibbetts is there for the rebound. He goes into Casey. What a nice play by Tibbetts.
Unbelievable.
That
very
was
unselfish.
Very sweet play, and he had a nice shot.
Probably
another steal by Averill. Averill puts 2 more in.
This has reached blowout proportions.
Now it's back to 24. A minute ago it was to 17. They look up. They do get it inside to Roy. Roy scores. That's his first bucket. Okay, here's Averill with it now. Tried to go inside. That was not as good a pass for him. Okay, Lee tries it. No, I don't know, but they get 2 points anyway.
Lee has poured in some points tonight.
Mike Lee has 7 points this quarter. Okay, Casey makes a beautiful move to the basket.
Casey makes a
living bucket,
going baseline and coming up on that side of the basket.
And if they're not going to stop it, I do it all night.
That makes 20 points for Casey in the game.
61-39. The big guys up. Our forwards have really killed them.
And Casey hasn't taken a shot from more than 2 feet away from the basket.
Garrett went in, but guess who scores again?
Mr. Lee.
Mike Lee. Mike Lee has all of a sudden the second half come out of nowhere. Into Garrett. Garrett makes a beautiful move to the basket and doesn't make the shot. Lee almost loses the basket. Over to Dudley. Back over to the opposite side. A 3-point shot by Lulleman. That's his second. And IJ does not care for that basket, and he calls timeout to talk to him. And we are taking a full timeout. IJ's telling him he got to play a little bit better man-to-man defense, and we're going to come right back. We've had Averill get a basket on a nice steal by Averill. Garrett come back in as Boothbay threw the ball away several times. We had lost the power earlier, and Garrett come back in to settle the team down. Nice pass into Ben Smith. Shot was no good. Rebound stolen by Tibbetts. Tibbetts gets hit.
Nobody in the penalty yet, though. So it'll be Boothbay's ball out of bounds.
I tell you, that coach is doing some hollering. I'm surprised he hasn't. The official is finally looking around, and here it comes.
There we go.
He said, the first call you've got right tonight.
It's been a long time coming.
and his comment was, that's the first call you guys have got right all night. And you know what?
Awful hollering all night long. JV and varsity game alike.
My thought is that Dave had very good patience because I'm surprised he didn't hit him with a second one right behind it. He said, well, I got two right.
Well, they got the right man at the foul line, Tyler Tibbetts.
They certainly have, and boy, has he been consistent this year, huh? Okay, Boothbay up 65-46. Garrett will get the ball off the side. He asked for a timeout. Okay, they take a 20-second timeout. And, sometimes a coach will do that to be able to get his team moving. I don't think in this case that was the situation. I think he called it.
I think the guy hollered and screamed all night long, and was lucky he hasn't got 10 technicals.
You're right, and he was lucky that Dave didn't give him the second one right behind it, and that would have been it for the night for him.
He could have warmed the bus up.
He could have gone outside and warmed the bus up. That's right. Okay, Garrett will try again to put it in play. This time he does get it all open to Ben Smith. Now that's the play I think they was looking for before, and it just didn't materialize. This time it does. So Boothbay now up by 21. 67-46, 2.5 minutes left in this one. It's actually been over ever since the first quarter, but Leavitt's at least held it close. Okay, we got a foul and on Boothbay.
Frizzell appeared to be in the middle of that.
And he was, and that's his second foul. Going to shoot some foul shots is Winslow. This is his second time at the foul line. He was 0 for 2 the last time he was there. He's now 0 for 3. I guess, after all said and done, we're not the only ones that misses foul shots, but again, usually the teams who miss the foul shots are the teams that's not in contention to win it all. That one's no good. Rebound nicely by Smith. That one was stolen, though, as Poland was right there. Shot from way downtown wasn't there. Goes out of bounds as Garrett rebounded and just off his hands. 2:13 left in this one, Merritt. Okay, they're looking to bring it in play, but Ben Smith is right there to knock it out of play. Tomorrow night we travel to Carrabeck. I hope that we'll see some of the Boothbay people there, but it's a long haul.
That it is. That's why Channel 5 will be there to bring it back to you.
That's right. Nice rebound up. No good. Rebound again, and guess who that is?
Mike Lee.
You got it. Mike Lee.
11 points in the fourth quarter.
Tyler Tibbetts goes in strong to the basket. He gets fouled and will go to the line. Foul is by Mike Lee. I've got him down for a couple of fouls, and Garrett comes out. Parkhurst comes in. Casey, I believe, is coming out. Smith is coming out. Casey is out. There's Sherman is in. Layton is in. Tibbetts is in. Parkhurst is in. Frizzell is in. Tibbetts hits that foul shot, and I'll tell you what, I don't care what he does on this one. He's pretty sweet at shooting. Layton has a little arm piece on that they take away from him. They'll give it back to him after the game. Second one is also good.
Tyler 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
I'll tell you, he definitely is a great foul shooter. And at one time we knew what he had, but he's probably about 25 for 30 for the season. It's pretty close to that.
Yeah, that is just about on the money.
Okay, Jeremy Sherman coming up. Sherman looking to see who he can pass to. He does to Layton. Layton up, 2 points. Nice pass by Jeremy Sherman to set that one up. Yep.
Absolutely.
And we've seen him make some really pretty passes this year.
He popped in there in the second quarter and put in a shot from the baseline. Very sweet.
Yeah, on this other side, that's right. Nice pass on the opposite side, and Tyler Tibbetts rebounds. Tibbetts looks over to Sherman. Sherman up to Layton. Layton up and in.
Again.
But a nice pass again by Sherman. Layton finishes it off the way the guy should do, but 2 pretty plays by Sherman.
Sherman's definitely fed him perfectly, and Layton, as we know, is quite the finisher.
We're going to have a 20-second timeout by the Seahawks, and we're going to stay right here. We've got 1 minute and 1 second left in this game, and Seahawks are now up 73-48, and it's nice to see some of these other kids getting some playing time, and I think it's important to the team that they do. As we've pointed out time and time again, that what we need to try to do is keep some nice fresh legs for all these games that we're going to be playing.
Absolutely, Neil.
And as we go along, Merritt, we play Carrabeck. Carrabeck is a pretty decent team. They're about a 500 team. We play Halldale, which is about a 500 team, and we play Lisbon that isn't. But then we really do get into the beef of our playoff
It's about
season.
time.
Yeah, Mountain Valley, Mount Abram, Telstar's a good little team. So, we've got some tough games coming up. There's Sherman again, up to Layton. Layton missed the layup, but up goes Parkhurst. And I'll tell you, I think Layton would like to have that one back. You don't see him miss too many of those.
A little anxious, but Josh Parkhurst right there with the cleanup, rebound, and put back.
And that was a nice job by Parkhurst going inside. Here we go. We got guys up. Sherman, he's going to look for the guy. This time he doesn't get it to him, but it's kicked.
Frizzell, super hustle play, gets in there, kicks the ball away.
With 75-48, we've got a half a minute left in this game, and we'll be wrapping it up and getting ourselves ready to go to Carrabeck. They go inside, and the ball is loose. Here's Sherman up to Dan Thompson. Dan Thompson up and no good. 2 missed layups the last 2 times down for us. But long shot, no good. Rebound by Frizzell. Frizzell does a nice job. Nice try. The ball's kicked out of bounds, but Sherman again looking for that nice pass. Good job by Jeremy. Good, really nice job by Jeremy looking up. Okay, we're down to 5 seconds. Jeremy Sherman will get a chance to shoot. Shot's no good. Chance to shoot again. Up, no good by Dan Thompson. This one is history. The Seahawks win 75-48. And we'll be right back to wrap it up. Rundown of the Leavitt scoring. They had a couple players with 2. Dan Lee, number 14, had 2 points, along with number 55, Ben Roy. He was a big guy inside. After that, they went to 4 points by Nick Haley, 6 points by Zeb Lelleman, 7 points by Scott Dudley, 8 points for Matt Winslow. And then their high scorer with 19 big points with Mike Lee. Mike Lee had a really, really fine fourth quarter when he scored 10 of those 19 points. And he did all he could to be able to keep them in the ball game, but there just wasn't enough of him, and a really good job by the Seahawks. And let's go through their side, Merritt.
Okay. Let's see. Scoring tonight for the Seahawks, Jeremy Sherman comes up with 2 points and some good play in the fourth quarter. Tyler Tibbetts has 4 points as he was 4 for 4 from the foul line. Josh Parker ends up with 2 points. Michael Layton came off the bench for 4 points. Ben Smith ends up with 8 points, as does Josh Garrett. Garrett had 5 rebounds and 3 block shots, at least. I don't keep the greatest track of all that stuff. Chad Averill ends up in double figures with 11 points, including a 3-pointer. And the top guns for the Seahawks tonight were Steve Lorraine with 18 points to go along with 6 rebounds, and Ryan Casey, who hits the 20-point mark with 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. So a total of 75 points for the Seahawks as they really took it to Leavitt from the get-go tonight. They came out strong in the first quarter, got up 24-8, and never looked back.
Well, the next thing is we got to choose a player of the game, and
I think it's a moot point.
A moot point, as it actually 2 guys played exceptionally well, I thought, tonight. I thought Steve Lorraine did real well. He got tied at one spot there, and he had 3 or 4 pretty open baskets. It certainly, scoring-wise, could have upped his total, but he did so many things off the board and other things that he certainly was a good candidate tonight, as was several other players. But the guy that really played and stood out probably the most was our man Casey. And
so tonight's Chapman and Drake Player of the Game Award
goes to Ryan Casey.
Ryan Casey, good job, Ryan, and everybody, as Boothbay runs their record to something in 1. What is it, 9-1?
9-1 at this point.
Has a good ring to it.
Yeah, it does. And we again, we still haven't played the real meat of the conference.
But there's not much meat.
No, the real, you're right. We look at Winthrop, and Winthrop has been reversed from us. Is they actually have played the Mount Abrams,
and that's why they're worth more points.
And that's why they're ahead of us, like they are right at the moment, because they have played Mountain Valley and beaten them. They have played Mount Abram and beaten them. And the top teams they've beaten. They haven't played the weaker part of their order yet, which they will. And Boothbay will get the opportunity to be able to play those top teams. And that starts again tomorrow as we play Carrabeck. Carrabeck is a dangerous team to play at Carrabeck in particular, and so that ought to be an interesting game, Merritt.
Should be. We'll be right there.
Okay, let's thank Ernie Carver for continuing to do his fine work on the camera. Merritt Grover, who did the color for this one. I'm Neil Verge. And again, let's thank the Athletic Boosters Club for continuing to support Seahawk basketball, and Channel 5 in particular. Don't forget, please go see Dave Parkhurst. Yeah. Or, if you don't see Dave Parkhurst, you can see Clayton Pottle, you can see Ernie Carver. Anyone else that may be in the Boosters Club, I'm sure they would love to have your help. Along with that, let's thank our sponsors who have been fabulous to bring us Seahawk basketball. And this year, they are your friends down east, Brunswick Coal and Lumber.
Dependable heating, that's the difference.
And by the way, Brunswick Coal and Lumber is a plank owner of our sponsors, as they've been here every year to help support us. Along with them, it's Seltzer and Ride Home, your local Pepsi distributor.
Be young, have fun, and drink Pepsi.
And Pepsi as well has been there to help us. First Federal Savings Loan, located on Townsend Avenue in Boothbay Harbor.
Open till 4 o'clock Monday through Thursday until 5 on Fridays.
Dave Sitko, located on Route 27 in Boothbay.
Yes, the home of the fresh dough pizza and the fried chicken.
And a new sponsor this year, for the full year, is Gray's Wharf, downtown Boothbay Harbor.
Yes, Gray's serving breakfast and lunch during the weekdays, breakfast, lunch, and dinner during the weekends.
Come home to Gray's. And
I'm afraid of it, the goodness of this film is pretty well dragged at the last few minutes.
please join us tomorrow night for a Carrabeck game. Good night from Portal Memorial Gymnasium.